projects as they arise. Asphalt plants in Ukiah, Lakeport, Fort Bragg, Healdsburg, and southern Humboldt County can easily supply the county's need at competitive prices. So in fact, we're very well served, and it would seem that it's hardly fair to argue in favor of this project on the basis of previously denied projects in appropriately zoned industrial parcels, when in fact it doesn't appear from what we know that we're really needing another project. It's also argued that trucking in asphalt or aggregate from other areas in the county severely increases the price of asphalt to Mendocino County. The truth of the matter is that asphalt from as far away as Sonoma and Humboldt counties has been delivered to past projects in the county at very competitive prices. There's no evidence that prices have increased due to the lack of asphalt plants in our county. There's no evidence that asphalt produced at the Harris Quarry site would in fact be any cheaper to produce than at other asphalt plants. The cost of asphalt largely depends upon the location of the road construction project. Now, the DEIR states plainly that after the Willits bypass, most of the expected need for asphalt will be south of the quarry site. Trucking asphalt to a construction site in Hopland, for example, from the Harris Quarry would actually increase costs for the county. The Willits, and I'll wrap this up, the Willits bypass project will be hampered by the lack of a nearby asphalt plant, it is argued. The truth of the matter is that a temporary asphalt plant can and most likely will be constructed on the site of the bypass project, thereby reducing the cost and traffic disruption of trucking asphalt from the Harris Quarry site. This was done most recently for the project that replaced the highway on-ramps in Ukiah. The temporary plant can be dismantled at the end of the project, and the community would not be burdened with a polluting asphalt plant for the next 90 years. Thank you for your time. And I'll turn in Larry's comments.
Thank you. Ann Kelly, followed by Rose Javons.
My name's Ann Kelly, and I'm the director of Levita Charter School. Good morning. Levita Charter School is located on Ridgewood Ranch. We can see the rock outcropping that crowns Harris Quarry from our front door, and the kids growing up on the ranch used to call that rock, that peak, Big Rock Candy Mountain. The proposed plant, I understand, will be behind that peak. However, we are still able to see and hear the large diesel trucks as they come down the highway. Having observed the traffic coming down the grade from our vantage point, I strongly believe that there would be a significant noise impact with the sound of 26 gravel trucks entering and exiting each hour, reverberating through the little valley. As members of the board, you are the caretakers of the health and safety for all the rest of us in the county, and I submit that the proposed project is a health concern for the people and wildlife in the area. That is, everyone and everything that breathes air and drinks the water. The 122 pounds of volatile organic compounds, some of which are known to be carcinogenic, dumped into the air every day constitutes an alarming threat to the lungs and tissue of the 300 or so children and family members of our school community and the hundreds of residents and ranch in the surrounding area. I fear that the watershed restoration project that the ranch has been working so hard on and that the Levita students have been working on will be negatively affected by the settling of that poison dust. As caretakers, I believe you want the best for all people and wildlife in our county, and I urge you to recognize the serious deficiencies in this draft EIR due to regarding air quality and the traffic noise. And I urge you to send that draft back for revisions and recirculate again. I also urge you to keep the code on this issue and vote against a permanent asphalt facility at Harris Quarry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping your applause to a minimum. Rose Javons, followed by Sasha Gulev, followed by Caleb Briggs. Excuse me.
My name is Rose Reiser Jevons, and I am in the 3rd grade. I am a student at Levita Charter School. When I grow up, I plan to be a pediatrician. because I am very interested in children's health. And I am very, very worried about this asphalt plant being constructed near my school. Asphalt plants give off many dangerous chemicals into the air. These chemicals can cause cancer and breathing problems. Right now, the air at our school is very clean, but if there is an asphalt plant nearby, my friends and I will be breathing in chemicals that will harm our health. I don't want to get sick, I don't want my friends to get sick, and I don't want you to get sick. Sometimes when I have an idea of something I want to do, my mom or dad thinks the idea wouldn't be safe or unhealthy. They have to tell me no. 15 years ago, someone thought it would be a good idea to put an asphalt plant in Willits or Ukiah, but the idea hasn't worked so far because it is unsafe and unhealthy. It is an unsafe and unhealthy idea. It's time now for the Board of Supervisors to protect the health of the environment, the people, and the children of Mendocino County. So please, it is time to be responsible and just say no. Thank you.
Thank you. Sasha?
My name is Sasha, and I'm a student at La Vida Charter School, and I think this asphalt plant is not a great idea because people get sick, and when they breathe, they get sick, and they don't have any fresh air, and people can get diseases from. And what I think is about this asphalt plant, that it's not a great idea, and I don't know who planned it out to put it at a charter school. And this is not a good time for putting an asphalt plant somewhere, because they shouldn't have put it at a charter school anyways, even though if they wanted to. And whoever did this had a bad idea.
Thank you. Caleb Briggs, please.
My name is Caleb. I'm 12 years old, and in 6 years I will be old enough to invest in a home and the community, to be a conscious consumer and to vote. That is not very far away. I believe that we children do have a voice. This is our community too, and we have a right to a safe future for ourselves, our own children, and for our parents too. We are not impressed when we see things like the concerns of this asphalt plant. For example, maybe everyone needs to take a 6th grader science class. There are 7 asphalt-producing chemicals: hydrogen sulfide, benzene, chromium, formaldehyde, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, cadmium, and arsenic. Where are all these chemicals going to go in each step of the producing of the asphalt product? Where is the waste going to go? The smell, the pristine environment, the gateway to our town, the residential areas, our hospitals and schools will be sandwiched between a new asphalt plants and the remnants of Rimco. Let's question chromium a little more. There are no output reports on chromium, even though that's something that all asphalt plants produce. The community of Willits is very familiar with chromium. Remember Rimco? Chromium has already hurt the quality of life that